Unveiling the Enigma Codex Gigas, a marvel in medieval manuscripts heroes channel. Exclusive, embarking on a journey into the Codex. Gigas welcome, history enthusiasts and avid readers, to a heroes channel. Exclusive exploration of the Codex Gigas, an extraordinary marvel nestled within the annals of medieval manuscripts. Join us on this captivating journey as we delve into the linguistic intricacies, historical narratives, and the intriguing legend that surrounds this enigmatic manuscript, transcending the boundaries of myth and reality. Exploring the intricacies of Codex Gigas, a glimpse into its contents. In the mysterious pages of the Codex Gigas, the first page beckons with the presence of two Hebrew alphabets. Additionally, interspersed within the folios are slips adorned with early Cyrillic and Glagolitic alphabets, offering a fascinating linguistic mosaic. Folio 1. Delving deeper into the Codex's core, we discover that approximately half of its content, spanning folios 1 to 118, encapsulates the entire Latin Bible in the Vulgate version. Notably, the books of Acts and Revelation deviate from the Vulgate version, harking back to a pre-Vulgate rendition. The meticulous order encompasses Genesis to Ruth, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Baruch, Lamentations, Daniel, Hosea to Malachi, Job, Samuel, and Kings, Psalms to Song of Solomon, Wisdom of Jesus, Chronicles, Esdras, Tobit, Judith, Esther, and Maccabees. Josephus Unveiled, tracing the historical narratives. Following the biblical narrative, the Codex introduces the works of Josephus, weaving a historical tapestry from folios 118 to 178. A captivating detail unfolds on the first page of Josephus, where the Genesis creation story finds illustration in the margins, portraying vivid pictures of heaven and earth. Folio 118v. Subsequently, Isidore's Etymologiae claims its place within the Codex's realm, from folios 201 to 239, followed seamlessly by an exploration of medical knowledge on folios 240 to 252. A brief hiatus marked by a blank page leads us into the New Testament, unfurling from Matthew to Acts, James to Revelation, and Romans to Hebrews, folio 253-286. The succeeding pages reveal common prayers, along with a page dedicated to 3 adjurations and 2 charms, some echoing influences from Jewish sources, folio 286-291. Noteworthy are the full-page images capturing the heavenly city and the devil, gracing folios 289-90 within this section. The narrative crescendos with Cosmas of Prague's Chronica Bohemerum, claiming space on folios 294-304. The journey concludes with a meticulous list of brothers from the Podlazice monastery, accompanied by a calendar featuring a necrology, magical formulae, the initiation of introits for feasts and other local records, elegantly wrapping up the Codex on folios 305-312. Language as an art, decoding the linguistic landscape. Aside from the captivating display of diverse alphabets at the outset, the Codex Gigas maintains its linguistic integrity, embracing Latin throughout its entirety, unraveling the myth, the legend of Codex Gigas. Embedded within the annals of medieval lore, the Codex Gigas is shrouded in a compelling legend. As recounted in one version dating back to the Middle Ages, the scribe responsible for this monumental work was a monk who had transgressed his monastic vows, facing the grim sentence of being walled up alive. In a desperate bid to evade his impending fate, he struck a pact to create a book overnight, a magnum opus that would eternally glorify the monastery while encapsulating the entirety of human knowledge. As the clock neared midnight, overwhelmed by desperation, the monk invoked Lucifer himself, seeking assistance to complete the book in exchange for his soul. In a mysterious turn of events, the devil contributed to the manuscript's completion, and as a symbolic tribute, the monk immortalized the devil's image within its pages. Unveiling the manuscript's creation, between myth and reality. In attempts to replicate the extraordinary feat, contemporary tests estimate that reproducing only the calligraphy, sans the intricate illustrations or embellishments, would demand an astounding 20 years of continuous writing. In essence, the Codex Gigas stands as an unparalleled marvel in the realm of medieval manuscripts, beckoning curious minds to explore its linguistic richness, historical narratives, and the enigmatic tale that weaves myth and reality into its very fabric. The Devil's Bible is not the same as the Satanic Bible. Look at the Codex Gigas. Turn the pages until you find the picture of the devil. That's why it's called the Devil's Bible. The Codex Gigas, which means giant book in Czech, Obriniha, is the biggest medieval book with pictures that still exists. It's really long, 92 centimeters, 36 in to be exact. Big decorated Bibles were common in old monasteries during the Romanesque period, but this one is even bigger. It's also known as the Devil's Bible because it has an unusual full-page picture of Satan, and there's a cool story about how it was made. Some monks put this manuscript together in the early 13th century. They were in a place called Podlazice, which is in Bohemia, now part of the Czech Republic. This book has the whole Vulgate Bible and some other popular stuff, all in Latin. In between the Old and New Testaments, there are more interesting things like Josephus's Antiquities of the Jews and De Bello Judaico, Isidore of Seville's Encyclopedia Etymologiae, Cosmas of Prague's Chronicle, Chronica Boemerum, and medical writings like an early version of the Ars Medicinae collection, and 2 books by Constantine the African. After a while, the book ended up in Rudolf II's library in Prague. But during the 30 Years' War in 1648, the Swedes took it as war booty. Now you can see it at the National Library of Sweden in Stockholm. They even show it to everyone. The Codex Gigas has a cover made of wood and leather with fancy metal pieces. It's really big, measuring 92 centimeters, 36 in long, 50 centimeters, 20 in wide, and 22 centimeters, 8.7 in thick. It weighs 74.8 kilograms, 165 pounds, and has 310 pages made of vellum, which might be from 160 donkeys or maybe calfskin. The whole thing covers 142.6 square meters, 1,535 square feet. The manuscript is decorated with red, blue, yellow, green, and gold. There are fancy big letters at the beginning of each book of the Bible and the Chronicle, all painted in different colors. 57 of these are still there. The first page of Genesis is missing, though. There are also 20 big letters in blue with vine designs in red. 2 pictures show heaven and earth during creation, one with the sun, moon, and stars in blue and green circles, and another with the sea and no land. The big letters inside the books are even bigger, painted in red and placed in the margins. Less important parts, like the start of verses, are slightly bigger and highlighted in yellowish ink. The writing in the Codex Gigas looks the same all the way through, without any signs of age or mood from the scribe. Some people thought it was written super quickly, but scientists are now thinking it might have taken over 20 years. Because of its huge size and detailed pictures, people have a legend that says one scribe wrote it all in one night, with a little help from the devil. It used to have 320 pages, but someone took out 12. Nobody knows who did it or why. One page has a big picture of the devil on it, about 50 centimeters, 20 in tall. Right across from the devil is a picture of heaven, showing good and evil. The devil is drawn facing forward, crouching with his arms up. He's wearing a white cloth with little red dashes that look like ermine fur tails. He doesn't have a tail, but his body looks human, except for his big claws on his hands and feet. He has a big, dark green head with curly hair. His eyes are small and red, and he has big red-tipped ears. His mouth is open, showing small white teeth and 2 long red tongues. This makes him look like a snake, which is a common way to show Satan in Christian pictures. Some pages before the devil picture are written in yellow on dark paper and have a gloomy feel to them. That's because they've been exposed to light as people flipped through the book towards the scary picture. Legend says a guy named Herman the Recluse made the Codex Gigas in a monastery in the Czech Republic. The records in the book stop in 1222. After it was made, the Benedictine monks gave it to the Cistercian monks, who kept it for 70 years. Then the Benedictine monks got it back. From 1477, it was in a library in Bromov until 1594, when it went to Prague with Emperor Rudolf II. During a war in 1648, the Swedish army took it as a prize. Since 1649, it's been in the Swedish Royal Library in Stockholm. In 1697, there was a fire in Stockholm that burned down part of the Royal Library. Someone threw the Codex Gigas out a window and it hit someone on the ground. Some experts think one person wrote the whole thing, based on the handwriting and a credit to someone named Hermann Inclusus. The compelling legend that intertwines the creation of the Codex Gigas with the supernatural has added an intriguing layer to its historical significance. The monk's pact with Lucifer and the devil's contribution to the manuscript's completion add a mythical allure to this already captivating tale, unveiling the manuscript's creation between myth and reality. As we conclude our journey, the enormity of the task undertaken by the scribe comes to light. The Codex Gigas, a feat of dedication and craftsmanship, serves as a timeless relic that continues to captivate hearts and minds. Subscribe for more unveilings on Heroes Channel. If you've enjoyed this exclusive exploration, don't miss out on more riveting journeys into history, legends, and mysteries. Subscribe to Heroes Channel and stay tuned for more captivating content that brings the past to life. Once again, thank you for being part of this extraordinary adventure into the heart of the Codex Gigas, a marvel that transcends time and continues to inspire awe.